Hi, I'm Miss Forrest from Rathel Primary School, and I'm going to show you a little game that you can play with your kids.
Hi everyone, it's Miss Forrest. I'm going to teach you a really quick game that you can play with children of all ages to practice addition and subtraction. It's really easily adjustable and you'll need a couple of things to get started. The first thing that you're going to need to get started with this game are some number cards. I've used here the cards from a game of Uno. You can also use games like Phase 10. I like to use them just because the cards are already made for me. You can also use normal playing cards if you've got those, or if you don't have access to any of them, you can always make your own cards just using a piece of paper and a pen to write the numbers on. I've also got a pen and a whiteboard. You can use a pen and paper just to record the working that we've been doing. And for younger children, you might want to give them counters or something that they can use as counters just to practice the addition and reinforce it themselves. The first thing that me and my partner are going to do is we're going to decide on a target number together. I think today we're going to practice the number 20. Now, have a little think about whether you want to have the rules so that you have to get to exactly the number 20. Which is really good for practicing number bonds, or if you're happy to have the rules where it's the first person to get over 20 is also a really easy way to do it. So we're trying to get to the number 20, we're going to lay the cards down in the middle. I'm going to have a go first. The first thing I'm going to do is turn over the card, and I've got a number 8. I'm going to write that down just to record it and start my sum. My partner's turned over a number 7. It's going to be my turn again, so I'm going to be adding on my 8, I'm going to be adding on 3. Now, if I need to, I can always go and use some counters to do that and practice counting out 8, counting out 3, counting it all together. I'm going to use the counting on method, so I'm going to put the 8 in my head, 8, I'm going to put up 3 fingers, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's going to be my partner's turn. They are going to turn over a 1. So being nice and quick, we'll put 1 more than 7, it's going to be 8. I've got 11 now and they've got 8. I'm going to turn over again. I've got a 5, so I'm going to take that 11 from before and I'm going to add on the 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Watch out for that little pinky finger because it can be a tricky one. Oh, my cards are the wrong way around, so I'm just going to flip them over. So my partner is going to take that number from before, they're 8, and they're going to add on a 1. Again, nice and quickly, they know that that number is 9. So now, like I said, we've decided on the rules are going to be that we're going to try and get over 20, but if we weren't, we could be thinking about our number bonds and thinking what would I need to get to 20 exactly. But it's my turn, so I'm going to take that 16. Let's see what I'm going to be adding on. I'm going to add on 4. So lucky me, I've been able to get to exactly 20. Now to make it fair, we'll let my partner have another turn. They're going to take their 9 and let's see what they're going to be adding on. A 2. So they're going to get to 11. So I was the first one to get to 20 today, so I was the winner. Like I said, you can really easily adjust that game. For example, if you're doing it with older children, you could always have a much higher target number, or you could be using the cards to make 2-digit numbers. So for example, I can place 2 cards down and make a 2-digit number such as 48. That's really good if you're practicing getting over the hundreds and things, because obviously the higher the target number is, the bigger numbers you will want to be adding together for those additions. You can also adjust it to make it a subtraction game. So for example, we could start with 20 and try and work our way back down to 0, subtracting as we go. Remember that with younger children, they might need to use the counters or pasta or buttons or something you've got lying around that you can use as counters to practice that subtraction, and that's absolutely fine. They can use fingers, they can use loads of different methods, but if they need to go for those counters, it's absolutely fine to have that to practice. So I hope you enjoy the addition and subtraction game, and it's a really, like I said, really simple, really fun game that can be really easily adjusted for a whole range of age groups. So have a little think about how you might want to adjust it. Once they get into the game, you can also start thinking about introducing maybe some other Uno cards. So for example, you could use wild cards, you could be using skip a turn cards, or you could be using switch cards if you're playing in larger groups. It's a really great way to give a bit of a twist to the game and make it a little bit more fun. So I hope you enjoy, I hope you have fun, and I will see you later.